Hello again guys, and welcome back to the channel. I've got my heating elements all clean now. I put it all back together and tested it last night and it worked, so that's great. So today is basically just getting back up and running. I think it was like my first brew day for about 2 months now, so it's been a good while, much longer than I would have planned, but doesn't matter, we're back at it now. So let's get into the swing of things. So I've just got the garden hose filling that up. Before I brew today, obviously because it's been a while, as I've said previously, I'm just going to get the system set up again, and then I'm going to do a caustic clean, just to make sure everything is absolutely gleaming, spotless, and then do a little acid run, and then I'll get brewing. So ran the cleaning cycles and got everything ready. The up to mashing temps now, so got me my grain weighed out in the bag, and I can finally start my brew day now. I've also started CIPing the unit tank just to get that ready as well. So let's get those in. Tell you how good it feels just to get mashed in again, get another batch of Sunbear Pale on the go. I've had a couple of bars ask me if there's any available, and it's a good encouragement to get back in here. As you can see, after the CIP, tank is lovely and clean. So just while I empty the bottom of that out, we have got the, well, we're doing the mash out now. It's saying like another 11 minutes there. As you can see, it's relatively clear, but I just want it to clear up a little bit more, so I might just extend that just to try and get that clarity. And yeah, right, let's get this tank empty. So hopefully you should be able to see now as much clearer, and I'm happy to start sparging now. So I've now finished my sparging. I'm filling up my boil kettle from my hot liquor tank there. With the gravity, should get about 143 litres. I have done better before. Conversions, I think, just ever so slightly lower here. But not too bad. So I should end up with about 130 litres over to the fermenter, hopefully. So that's the grain dug out. Empty mash tun, I go out and give that a rinse. It's coming up to the boil now, it's on 93.8, so not much longer until the boil starts. and I'm gasping for a brew, so I'm gonna go and get a cup of tea before we hit the boil. Whilst it's doing that, I'll do the sanitizer around the tank, and then it should be ready for the wars. So my phone had died, and so I managed to mix all the footage of just transferring across and adding the yeast in. So we're at about 2 days into fermentation now. Temperature is on the low side. It's on 17 degrees. So I pitched it at 19. Obviously the weather this week in the UK has been, well, it's not been too bad. It's been around 8-9 degrees Celsius, that is. Despite the thick insulation on the tank, it's not been able to generate enough heat to really get that heat back up. So I've had to connect up my grandfather, which I think I've done in previous videos, and just have that pump on, recirculating through the jacket, and have the temperature set on, well, I've got it set on 22 degrees at the minute, so it should get this tank up to temp. So I've just checked the pH on the beer, which is, it's dropped down. So with this batch, I've decided to simplify the brew day a touch. So typically for some beer pale, it finishes quite low, to be honest, in regards to like the final pH. My final pH can be around like 4.05 to 4.1, in that range. I'm kind of hoping that the change should be a slightly better body. So I've tried it with like a German Helles style before, whereas like, you know, typically you want to get it lower to make it like more crisp, but I think in certain styles, kind of the higher pH can just give it that little touch more body without affecting any of the other variables. So I figured, right, with this style, I'll give that a go and I'll see what changes it brings. So at the minute it's sat at 4.44, which is a little bit high. It will go up after fermentation, so I might just need to add a touch of acid into the tank just to bring it down a little bit more. But as I say, we'll just see how it goes. I've actually just spoke to the Shippenmeter, which is a very well-known, very well-established pub in Liverpool, and they host a real ale festival in Port Sunlight in the Wirral, which is obviously where I am. So I've messaged them today. It's in a month's time, in the middle of November. So next week I think I'm gonna do like a special one-off beer. I think, and like I never brew dark styles, so I'm thinking at this moment like porter or like an oatmeal stout. Leaning towards the oatmeal stout, but we shall see anyway on the next video. However, they have said, because I've left it late to get in touch with them, the catalogue's getting printed very soon. So I've said to them, right, we'll go with the Sunbeer Pale for now, and then I'll come up with a recipe today, and I'll be back in touch, and then if it's still good for you, we can change it to whatever recipe I'm doing. So I'm definitely going to be at that festival, but at this moment in time, I'm not too sure which beer it will be. So that's quite exciting. And yeah, so if you've managed to stick around for this long, thank you so much for watching. Literally, like the feedback and the likes and like the subscribers that I've been getting recently, it's just been yeah, unreal. And thank you so much for your support and for watching. I'll be making much more content like this, obviously just on this kind of vlog, day to day, just what I'm up to. I quite like doing these videos, and from what I can see, there's at least 10 people who like following along, which is fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Cheers.